This has reached a crisis level in our state. Denver metro area average home price $600,000.
Yeah.
Boulder $1 million. If we don't take action 10 or 15 years from now, the average home price in the Denver metro area could easily be over $1 million. And
the high cost of housing taking center stage at this year's legislative session. In just the first 4 weeks, 15 housing-related bills have been introduced. They include allowing more accessory dwelling units, or ADUs, to be built, removing liability for developers over construction defects so they can build more condos, which are more affordable usually, and also removing occupancy limits. So these are some of the ideas that Governor Jared Polis talked to me about when I asked him for a sit-down interview on this one-on-one. His office shared polling with me from a political action group that found 95% of Coloradans, almost everyone, see the cost of housing as a problem. That tells me this is not just people who are on the edge of eviction. This could be people who already have a house. They just can't afford to move into the house they want.
yeah, even a house with some like appreciation. I mean,
Yeah.
let's say you're a senior, you're retired, you want to downsize. When you look at the mortgage interest rates, you might say, wait a minute, I can't afford even to downsize right now. So it's really challenging.
Of course, you may remember the governor tried to do something last year, but his biggest measure failed. The land use bill would have changed development rules in cities across Colorado. It received almost unanimous opposition from metro area leaders. They all said it took away their local control. This year, some of the same general ideas are back, but broken up into different bills. The land use bill failed last year. What is different this year? Are cities going to say, yes, we're ready to allow ADUs? Yes, we're ready to do away with occupancy limits?
Yeah, I think what's changed is it's gotten worse. I mean, and I don't know if the same poll was done a year before, but it's only gotten worse. I mean, it's like, you know, it was 3 years ago it was bad. It was worse 2 years ago. It was worse when we tried. And now, again, 95% of Coloradans say this is a huge problem. Part of that is interest rates. Part of that is just the general frustration people have with costs. And the biggest cost people experience is housing, whether it's rent or mortgage. That's number one.
I know you can't predict the future, but what would success be? How many years does it take to get us back to what we might consider affordable 2019?
I hope if we get the right policies in place, it'll lead to is we need to allow more of those starter type homes to be built and sold, 200,000-300,000. I mean, even in 2019, it would have been hard to find a 250 home in Denver metro area. I think it's impossible now. If we can change that playing field, this will really pay big dividends in terms of more affordable housing near job centers over the next 4 years. And so, yes, I mean, this is an ongoing effort. I imagine it's not like 1 year and done either, but we need to do everything we can to reduce construction costs and get homes approved.
So there you heard the governor say that everything he wants may not pass this year, and that it might take 4 years, he says, to build enough supply for housing to get back to a level considered affordable. He also told me he believes we cannot just build more houses, that we need housing that's closer to the city center and near mass transit. We'll post my full interview with Governor Polis on Denver7.com a little later this morning.